Good morning. I think good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. This beautiful bird started singing really loud as soon as it was 7 o'clock and I was 7:01 or something. So here we are this morning. And as I sat down to start, my light went out. So here we are, sitting, changing our world one light at a time. Let's all take a long, slow breath together. Inhale as fully as you can, filling your lungs with the morning air, and exhaling through your mouth. Do it again, a long, slow inhale, and a long, slow exhale. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I love hearing from you as we get started, as you check in. It's so nice to know that you're here. And I love to have those little hearts or little thumbs float by, honestly. I do. It's not about ego in any way. It's just to feel that connection. So this is about connecting to love during distancing. I'm so grateful that I have this space, this beautiful space to share with you, and electricity and a computer and a technology to connect. Everybody breathe in again. Jump in this morning with a thumbs up or a heart to let me know you're here when you arrive. Feel all those places. Happy Tuesday. Happy day. Feeling in and checking in with your thoughts this morning. Today we're working with thoughts, with mind and emotions, and how our thoughts affect or create our reality. A little with quantum physics. So today, at the end of the practice, or as we get settled, I often spend some time chatting and teaching while we meditate. And I was thinking of moving all that teaching to the private Facebook group and just having this be a meditation. And maybe teaching and sharing wisdom is a way of stepping into meditation. And maybe there's a different place for that. So we're exploring that this week, or I'm exploring it. And if you comment, then you're exploring it with me. And that would be lovely. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. So nice to have you here. So breathe in through the crown of your head and bring that mind into your heart for a moment. And exhale. And then notice where your thoughts are going this morning. So connecting to the frequency of love means we clear out anything that's in the way of love. Our job is not to seek for love, but to clear any obstacles, says Rumi, that we have against it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So quantum physics and this place of our brain and our mind, the place that science recognizes that consciousness, our thinking self, is creating our life experiences. And we manifest this through our mind. We manifest our reality through our mind. And there's a collective reality that's created by the collective consciousness. How does your mind influence the outside world? Because you think, oh, our head is where all of that is. It's just in my head. But think of your head like a radio tower. or a cell tower sending out a broadcast. There's even technology, it's called a magneto-electroencephalogram, and it measures the magnetism from the outside of your head. It used to be that the electroencephalograms measured the activity inside your head. They still do. But this magneto measures the magnetism outside your head. Our thoughts are not just inside, they radiate out. Our brains are like tuning forks, and if you've ever played with tuning forks, you know that resonance is not optional. Whatever you're vibrating, you create. And this collective consciousness creates a big vibration and creates that reality for our earth. So the more people share the common thought of love, share the frequency of love, the more power that vibration is given. And that power of that vibration determines the unfoldment of life on this planet. One of the things I've been sharing is this place of this collective prayer we had for such a long period of wanting more time. Of slowing it down, it's too fast. And it could have been just 50%, but 50% of 8 billion is a lot of cell towers vibrating a frequency. So today I want to invite us to realize that it's all about that place of quickly changing. There's your mind, change your mind and change your thoughts. There's a moment between being stimulated, even hearing what I'm saying, and what's the thought that's coming in. And in that space, there's choice. Our power to choose. Breathe in. Breathe out. So putting those thoughts into a vision of a world that is healthy, happy, evolving into a community, a garden. The amplitude of that collective thought of possibility comes as an active agent in changing the planet. I hear a bird say, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. So thoughts of health and harmony and love, when we're collectively involved in sending out this vibration, it changes the magnetic field of the earth. It's measured by satellites. It's already been measured. How the magnetic field changes at these times when we do these collective whole earth things. So at 11:11 today, this is Earth Day week. I haven't forgotten, and that's why I'm talking about this collective consciousness of envisioning a happy, healthy, holy, beautiful earth. The earth shows up perfectly exactly as she is. She doesn't need healing, per se. So when we have thoughts of fear, it distorts who we are because we move into those places where we don't see our potential and our possibility. We are interacting waves with each other, and you can look up this. Yeah, maybe I'll post it in here. If people are curious, let me know. You can post curious in there, and I'll post the link here about this lovely little chat from Bruce Lipton about waves and how they interact with each other. But today we're talking about the space between the breaths. The space between the input and the response. How do you respond in that space? What do you choose? And I wanted to share a story with you, a parable, to see what you choose. Where do you focus? I read this story and I've been back and forth. One of the choices is about choosing life or choosing death in a way. We know after years and years of research that we're all going to die. Are you breathing in and out of your heart? Are you liking what you hear? Let me know with a heart or a thumbs up. Look inside, outside. Close your eyes and breathe. This is a story about a young medical student who walks home and sees death sitting on a wall. Walks home from work, from his training, and sees death, or she, her. "What are you doing here, arch enemy?" she asks. "I'm on my way to the city," says Death, "to get 100 people." The student runs off and shouts into the streets, "Death is coming to get 100 of you!" The people rush and hide and go into their houses, but there's no hiding from Death. Years later, that medical student has become a great doctor and passed through many portals and dealt with many deaths and lives. And there, it's her turn, and the Grim Reaper enters. Death enters the room, and she remembers that day when Death told her 100 people were going to die, that they were coming for 100 people. And she says to him, "You are a liar! You said you only wanted to get 100, but 5,000 people died that day." Death looks at her sadly and says, "I only came for those whose time was over. The rest were taken by panic, and you let that into the city." Quantum physics is science that says we create our reality. It's proven science. One of the most studied thing that recognizes that consciousness, our thoughts, are creating our life experiences. One of the ways we can quiet the mind is through the breath of fire. It helps to clear, to reset. So let's do that now. Let's jump into that practice. And today I'd like to start by bringing the light in. So we've done that before. Today we're going to start with your hands together in front of your heart. And perhaps you've practiced some heart-focused breathing already with me as I shared the story and the frame. Inhale through your heart. Exhale through your heart. Bring a feeling of gratitude or appreciation into your heart and out of your heart. And let it fill your whole body. That frequency of gratitude, appreciation. Says the bird. And then breathe in through your heart and extend some light, a connection through your crown of your head, through that place where you collect all your thoughts behind your third eye, up through the crown to the sun. Good morning, Father, Son. Here I am in my earthling self. And then on your next inhale, reach up to the sun with that mudra, those hand position. Reach up. Reach high up overhead. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. And with a gentle inhale, begin breath of fire. Close your eyes if that's available to you. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. 3 sips of breath or a filling inhale. Suspend the breath, hold the breath in, tuck your chin and squeeze the pelvic floor muscles and squeeze that light down into all the spaces between stimulus and response. Let there be light. Let the light come into any fear or panic or anxiety. Let it be transformed from a shadow into light this morning. Exhale whenever you need. I haven't forgotten you. Bring your hands right to your back, that same mudra position behind your back. Reach for the earth. Reach down to the earth. And then inhale through your heart. And you know what comes next. Exhale down to the earth, through the central channel, and drop roots. Root into this earth. It's Earth Day tomorrow. I'll be hosting a fire ceremony at 11:11 tomorrow a.m. Inhale up from those roots into your body. Exhale through your heart. And then at a gentle inhale, whenever that is for you, you can always follow your own pace and take a gentle inhale and begin breath of fire here to the earth. There is a place for fire as a clearing. Healthy fire. Warming fire. Maybe your belly button follows the rhythm of that J call. And then inhale deeply. Exhale completely. 3-part breath. 3 sips, 3 inhales. Hold the breath. Suspend the breath in. And squeeze the pelvic floor and draw energy up from the earth. Good morning, Mother Earth. And then bring your hands to your lap to rest, to clear, to feel and integrate. What is it to energize? What's shifted for you? Energizing. Here, bringing energy of the sun and earth into your body consciously, using your consciousness to create a frequency. The sun comes up, or we rotate around the sun and the sun goes down and brightness comes. Every day, the birds sing the day awake. Every day. Perhaps now more than ever, or more than we remember. Breathe in, knowing that all you are, all I am is my breath. Inhale. And pause there and see if you can suspend the breath for a few counts before you exhale. And then exhale, all I am is my breath. Pause. Inhale, all I am is my breath. Pause. Exhale, all I am is my breath. When we start to change our thoughts, when we choose in that pause space, so keep that cycle. Pause at the top of the inhale. Exhale, all you are, all I am is my breath. Pause. In the pause between the stimulus and our response, there's a space. Bring love or gratitude, happiness, joy, gratitude, compassion into the pause. I think you're there again. And exhale, all I am is my breath. Pause. In the pause, you have the power to choose your response, to choose your frequency, to connect to love, even for that pause between the inhale and the exhale. So next time there's a stimulus that has you backing up, riling up, inhale, all I am is my breath, and pause, and bring love or gratitude for the reminder to pause, and exhale, all I am is my breath. Pause, choose love or joy or happiness or compassion. If joy and happiness is too hard for of a reach, inhale. All I am is my breath. Choose compassion. There's a collective reality through our collective consciousness created. I am so curious about this consciousness that's creating a pause for all of us to reflect. Do we choose to celebrate this beautiful garden of earth that we live in? What are we choosing? Do we choose to celebrate the mourning doves and their calling song? For a long time I thought they were love doves because I always saw them in pairs. I looked and looked and looked for a poem today, and it feels like today is the day of the poetry of your own heart. So I invite you to share a poem or a phrase to bring this breathing respect you've created in yourself, to choose in the pause, to bring our energy this week of Earth Day to collectively create a better world. Let us collectively welcome this new time, full of things that have never been in our memory, perhaps. Perhaps it's revisiting the time when there was less to do. Thank you so, so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the opportunity to connect with you. I really appreciate that you take the time to be here. I'm also teaching, yes, we are all one. We are all one. I really thank you for being here. I'm also teaching a Thursday circle over in my private Facebook group, so you can, oh, sorry, not, I teach a Thursday circle in Zoom, so you can message me if you want to join that circle or hear more about it. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want any shamanic energy work or coaching, I do that as well remotely. So be in touch about that. Thank you for all of your intention and for vibrating this frequency of beauty into the world. Perhaps I'll see you tomorrow in my private Facebook group for a fire ceremony. So every moment today at 11:11, at every 11 o'clock, wherever you are in the world at 11:11, pause. Breathe in all you are as your breath, and in the pause, radiate out a frequency of beauty and love and clarity and trust. Choose it. Claim it. Thank you so much for being with me. I love hearing from you in any way that you want to reach out. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time.